My husband can't have kids, and his family told me that I'm cheating because we had a donor to help me get pregnant. My husband, M39, has thrown me, F27, under the bus to his family with his silence and complete lack of a spine. How do I salvage this? My husband Owen and I have been trying for a baby for years with no luck. I would be happy to adopt, but Owen's family is against it and has influenced my husband to also be against it. After our second year of trying, I begged my husband to go with me to get a checkup to see if either of us or both of us is infertile. He was strongly opposed to this as all the men in his family are extremely fertile, but eventually gave in, and as it turns out, his sperm count is extremely low. He was heartbroken, as was I, and we both got therapy. After a year of no longer trying, I got pregnant but lost the baby, and we were devastated. Owen blamed himself and proposed that we start the process of getting into a family planning center for a sperm donor, which I agreed to. He asked me that we not tell either of our families about this or our friends, and I agreed because I would never want to emasculate him. With the help of our donor, I was able to successfully become pregnant, and we had our little girl last year. She is healthy and progressing amazingly, and I thank God for her every day. I kept my promise and never told anyone. However, Owen is struggling with connecting with our little girl. Here is where the trouble begins. Last month, when he went out of town with his brothers for their friend's bachelor party. While on the trip, Owen told his brothers about our infertility issues and that our baby wasn't biologically his. One of his brothers must have told his wife, who told my husband's mother. I don't know why she would tell my husband's mother except that she has never liked me. Their mother then came to our house and called me a lying whore and tried to get my husband to leave with her. He just stood there silent. I told her that it was Owen's decision not to tell anyone, and she asked him if this was true. Again he was silent, which his mother took as me being the liar. She then went to our nursery and started taking everything she'd ever given us for the baby back. I told her I didn't care about it and I made more than enough to buy everything she gave us myself and better quality. This set her off, and she called my baby a filthy bastard. When she said that, I did something I know was harsh, but I believe she deserved it. I physically pushed her out the door. I didn't hit her, but I did put my hands on her shoulders pushing her out the door, and threw all her things out with her. After spirits had calmed down, I realized my husband had said nothing when his mother was berating me, calling me a liar, and when she called our child a filthy bastard. So I asked him why he was silent. He said he wasn't raised to be disrespectful the way I was, and that his mother hadn't said anything that wasn't true. She was just hurtful with what she'd said, and that we should let it go and wait for his mother to forgive us. I told him that I would never let it go, that his mother and anyone who agreed with her was not welcomed in our home, and that I don't need to be forgiven when I've done nothing wrong. He then said the house was his, and as the head of the family, it was his decision. I told him fine, but why did he allow her to call me a liar and a whore? Those things are not true, and our child, no child really, should be called a bastard. He just repeated he would not argue with his mother. After that, I stopped speaking to him and started gathering up my daughter's things and purse and walked out the door with her. He tried to stop me and told me I couldn't take his daughter anywhere without him, and I lost the little bit of composure I had left. I told him she wasn't his daughter. He'd proved he didn't see her as his daughter when he'd allowed his mother to call her a filthy bastard, and I told him she wasn't his. He broke down into tears and begged me to come back inside, but at the time I felt nothing. He looked pathetic to me. I've taken my baby with me and gone back home to my parents, and finally told my family the truth, which feels so good. They are completely in support of my decision and are not allowing my spineless husband anywhere near us, as he still refuses to apologize to me or set the record straight with his family. However, I told the sister-in-law that I was close to the truth, and she told the rest of his family. Half of his family is understanding while the other side is on his mother's side, but they all are mad at my husband. I need time to cool down, but I know eventually my husband and I need to figure our marriage out. One thing is for certain, I will not return to his house until he apologizes to me and promises to protect me and his daughter fiercely. I want to see this in action, starting with him telling his mother what she did was wrong and banning her from coming to see us until she asks for my forgiveness. We were also planning on having more children, as he wants a big family, but that is off the table as I don't believe he is ready, and we both need to get back into therapy. Update, 3 days later. Don't forget TP subscribe for more Reddit stories. It's like when I left my old home, my mom, uncle, and aunt said I did bad stuff. I was already talking to someone to help me because my dad didn't tell the truth to his family. It feels really bad when they say I did something wrong. It feels like someone punched me hard in my chest. Now, I'm living in a new home, a nice one with 2 rooms. My brothers and sisters and their friends helped me put things in it. Making sure my baby has all she needs is the most important thing for me now. I'm working on making a cozy room for her and getting someone to help take care of her. When I told my dad I was going to stop being married to him, he kept calling me and sending me messages all the time. Sometimes he asked me to come back, sometimes he said sorry and wanted to get help. He even said he missed our baby. But then he started saying mean things and sending pictures of him throwing my things away. He even threw away our baby's special chair. He's not like the dad I used to know anymore. He says he misses us, but he tries to blame me for everything. The dad I married used to be nice, smart, and funny. But now he's being really mean. It's like he changed when he got mad at me for not doing what his family wanted. I'm not stopping him from talking to me, because the person helping me said I should let him. But his messages make me scared to leave my new home. He knows where I work and keeps saying he'll make us go back. The person helping me is trying to get a paper that says he can't come near us, but sometimes that doesn't keep you safe. But something different happened when my grandpa came to see me. My mom said she'd ask me if I wanted to talk to him, and if I said no, he couldn't come back. I said yes, because he said he wanted to say sorry for what his family did. When I talked to him, he said sorry for what his wife did. He wanted to hear what I had to say because he didn't believe I did bad stuff. I said thank you and told him I didn't do anything wrong. I told him how his son couldn't have babies, so we talked about getting help. I said it was his son's idea, not mine. Then he asked if his wife and son could come to see our baby. I said no. He asked if there was anything his son could do to fix things. I said no again. He tried to say I was being mean, but my mom said he was being rude. Before I hung up, I told him his son kept being mean to me. Then I hung up. My mom said my grandpa was mad that I didn't say goodbye nicely or give my dad a chance to fix things. But he left without making a big fuss after my mom talked to him about my dad being really mean to us. Not talking to his dad must have worked because my dad hasn't sent me any messages since then. I don't want anything from him. I just want to stop being married to him and for him to say he doesn't want to be our dad anymore so my baby can have a family who loves her a lot. I have a good job and people who can help me. My baby and I will be okay without him. His person helping him said they're going to try to get all the time with my baby, but my person helping me says we'll be okay. I trust them. Today my grandma has been trying to talk to me because she wants to see our baby. She says she's ready to be nice to her. But if it's up to me, we won't see them again.